So today was an absolute mixed bag of emotions for Minnesota Vikings fans. Very on brand as fandom of the team if you've been cheering for this squad for more than 2 seconds. But Justin Jefferson, come on down, rookie first round pick. Woo! Now, I know this is supposed to be one of the deepest wide receiver classes in NFL history, but Justin Jefferson, with his performance today, I think he's pretty much head and shoulders above all the other wide receivers taken in this draft, especially the first rounders. Henry Ruggs, Jerry Jeudy, who? CeeDee Lamb, Jalen Reagor's been hurt. Brandon Ayuk, It's Justin friggin' Jefferson coming out, establishing himself. 7 catches for $175, a touchdown on 9 targets, including a 71-yard bomb and then run. Just amazingness. And it was one of the bright spots of the game. Him and Dalvin Cook were really pretty much the only thing that was just like, yeah, you can take away from that. But also with that devastating loss, the second half collapse, Mike Zimmer mismanaging a game yet again, and also the defense just like, it really is like a, hey, you just turned 16. Here's a brand new car, but you also had meningitis, which is just awesome, right? But Jefferson, now we've said our piece about Jefferson in the draft. I did like some of the other receivers better. I'm still fully on the Jalen Reagor train, but Jefferson we knew was supremely talented. He operated phenomenally from the slot for the national champion LSU Tigers last year, helped make Joe Burrow the Heisman Trophy winner, #1 overall pick. Maybe it did turn out that Jefferson really was that guy. Also, yeah, Jamar Chase. Jefferson turned Jamar Chase into a potential first wide receiver taken in the draft because he absorbed all of that attention. He did. Go back and watch. But Jefferson, was he only going to be a slot guy? But you saw through his metrics as well as what he did in camp is like, oh, this guy could be a bit of a vertical threat as well. And they had him working at all 3 receiver spots, the X, the Z, the slot as well. And even though he was the story of training camp, maybe outside of Cameron Tiny Dantzler, as well as Alexander Hollins, by the way, I mean, Jefferson was revved up, ready to go. It is a shame that this year they didn't have preseason games because I think that you may have seen him on the field and more involved in the offense week 1 when he had 3 targets, week 2 when he had 3 targets, as well as, well, you saw second half against the Packers when he turned that little 4-yard slant into a 17-yard gain. It's like, this is what this dude can bring every single time, every single game. So get him at least 10 targets a game and prosper and go from there. Vikings finally did it week 3 against the Titans. It just wasn't enough. He had 104 receiving yards in the first half, which is the Vikings rookie record, even more than Randy Moss, which is pretty damn phenomenal. So there's a lot to like. There's a lot to build going forward because now the Vikings do have a 1A and 1A yet again, because for years that was so devastating about Diggs and Thielen, is that they were a 1A, 1A. Like, this wasn't a Julio and Mo Sanu situation. It wasn't one of those. It was, hey, give too much attention to him. 14, 19 will burn you. 19, 14 will burn you. Now it's, all the attention for 3 weeks has been on 19, 19, 19. Oh, that 18 guy is pretty good. Let's pay attention to 18. All of a sudden, 19 gets loose. And again, no hate on Olabisi Johnson. I think that he is a perfectly competent possession receiver in this league. I think he's vastly overachieved for a 7th-round pick so far through a year and some change. But he's not Justin Jefferson. Again, that's not a knock on BC, but Justin Jefferson is ready to rock and roll. And again, like Kubiak mentioned that there was a plan here of like barely playing him for the first 2 games and use that as a preseason. Was that smart? Probably not. Could we have used week 3 Justin Jefferson, week 1 against the Packers, and week 2 against the Colts? Absolutely. And this is Jefferson's performance is going to get washed out in the absolute chaotic tragedy that was the Vikings second half, the collapse of the defense, as well as just the absolute clown show, cat fart, whatever the hell that was, final drive when the Vikings, all they had to do was get into damn Bailey field goal range. They were literally given their 40-yard line after the Jeffrey Simmons illegal hands to the face, and they couldn't do it. They went backwards. How do you get 4th and 26 after being 1st and 10 from your own 40 when all you have to do is kick a field goal? But again, I digress. But don't lose how awesome Justin Jefferson looked. That's why I'm not fully ready to give up on the 2020 season, as I chuckle saying that, because even though the Vikings are 0-3, this is not an 0-3 like the first 2 weeks and then same thing in week 3. Vikings showed some life, they showed some fight, and it just didn't work out their way. That's the way the cookie crumbles. The Vikings are phenomenal at crumbling cookies. They're like the absolute dried out ginger snap crushers there. Doesn't make sense anyway. But either way, keep feeding Justin Jefferson. I think he may have an inside track for Offensive Rookie of the Year, except, I don't know, James Robinson. It's looking damn good. Whatever. Keep hope alive. Keep feeding Justin friggin' Jefferson. Give 18 the rock and keep going. But your thoughts, let us know in the comment section below. Man, it's a long day. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Pull some in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.